I'm making this prediction now. Post this video, there'll be 3 more Dr. Stone videos. 1 being before we get to the moon and who the Y Man is. 2, meeting the Y Man and his reason for this being. And then 3, obviously, probably the resolve of the whole story, as well as the tier list. I'll probably combine the tier list and the resolve ending of Dr. Stone together in one giant video. So that's the plan. We'll see how that works out. I was to do it based off like how mouth dropping the chapters are, and this one is pretty mouth dropping. Welcome back to Everything Anime Podcast. I'm a new host, Shinry. Here at Everything Anime Podcast, I read from anime, manga, video games, TV shows, and every topic I'm talking about. Today's video is on Dr. Stone, chapters 189 to 190. All hell breaks loose. Now, when we last left off, Francios and Sukiya were supposed to be the last 2 survivors while we petrified all of Stanley Snyder's crew and our Kingdom crew in Fort Medusa. But things went awry because Sukiya saved Charlotte because she got bit by a poisonous spider, and then Francios revealed herself to save Sukiya, and then they gave Matsukaze a knife to free himself, but instead he freed Genro. Genro pulled a god Usopp. He started to be strong and be brave, but he obviously a spear versus a gun. Stanley Snyder obliterated his gun, but because Genro no longer had a weapon, he declared him a civilian. So they had recaptured our team. Our Kingdom of Science and Fort Medusa had figured out maybe our crew had got taken hostage, so we had to assume the worst case scenario. But Kohaku raced off without hesitation on her own to go save Sukiya because we know she cares about Sukiya, and Hyuga and Tsukasa followed her. Meanwhile, we were like panicking because we already knew like there's not a chance in hell we're gonna have the Medusa machine gun or Medusa in time before Stanley Snyder strikes us. We can stall him as much as we want, but there's no way we can do it. But thankfully, Joel and Kaseki managed to figure out how to reproduce the Medusa weapon and use it for ourselves. But then we had another problem because Dr. Brody found out about that, and he was not about to let us find. Oh, I might be spoiling it a little bit ahead of myself right now, but obviously, you know, we have to you have to repetrify everybody. But oh yeah, so we didn't want this information getting out. Oh, we didn't. We wanted to stop the communication between Stanley Snyder and the Kingdom of North America and Corn City on his side, Dr. Zeno's Kingdom of Science. So they made a risky move. Hyuga, Tsukasa, and Kohaku all attacked Stanley Snyder's group, trying to get to their transmitter. Hyuga died. Tsukasa got shot. He's dying, and it was revealed that Kohaku, she succeeded in her mission. They destroyed the transmitter, but you know, she got gunned down as well. And so now Stanley Snyder's in the dark. We are about to find out what happened to all of our characters, and just, that's what I mean, all hell's about to reveal loose, especially about in this chapter. So, as the chapter opens up, we get Kohaku's final thoughts, believing in Senku, as Tsukasa did in the previous chapter. Of course, everybody in Kingdom of Science, we all believe in Senku. I believe in Senku. Just like when Goku held his hands up, asked him to give our energy for the Spirit Bomb through the TV, I held my hands up and gave Goku my energy. Okay, we all did. Okay, in Senku, we believe in science. We all believe in Senku. If you're reading Dr. Stone or you're watching these videos, we all believe in Senku. Our 3 heroes, Hyuga, Tsukasa, and Kohaku, all are confirmed to be gunned down and dying. But again, we did destroy their transmitter, and we managed to take down their strongest fighter, the MMA fighter, Maya. Back at Fort Medusa, our gang is working hard to get the Medusa weapon ready to activate, unaware of the fate of our 3 heroes. So they don't know that Kohaku, Tsukasa, and Hyuga were gunned down just yet. But Senku, he has a way of like sensing these things. Now, the plan was not only to destroy the receiver, but possibly save our hostages. Well, that was a possibility, but our main objective was basically to slow down Stanley Snyder's retrieval team at all costs. But because Stanley Snyder is determined that we've lost our strongest fighters, like Stanley Snyder knows our strongest fighters are down. We don't know that. But also not having the transmitter, because we know we destroyed the transmitter, we know he's going to make a move now or never to save Xenos. And we have currently no one on our side that can stop Stanley Sadler if he comes at us with guns. Like, yes, Joel was able to recreate the Medusa weapon, but we don't have the Medusa weapon ourselves. Senku also, this is what I meant, seems to know that Kohaku, Tsukasa, and Helga were taken down because he reassigns Luna and Chelsea to be the ones to resurrect everyone. He's like, you know, just the chance that they're not coming back, the chance that Kohaku might have just attacked them to get Sukiya, we have to just assume that we want you to get out of here. Because, you know, he also says that, like, if any of their limbs get severed while they're turned to stone, Luna can stitch them back together. Because remember, Yuzu, back in the Kingdom of Petrification, she painstakingly glued everybody back together that was broken by Irabara and that Ororashi, whatever, the mighty Ororashi, the muscle god in the Kingdom of Petrification, and Mozu, who destroyed the statues. Yuzu did that for us. Like, she did that. But because Luna has medical experience, they're like, hey, Luna, we're counting on you to, like, put us back together. If after we're turned to stone, you know, you'll be the one that can fix us. Ryusa also, oh yeah, so they chose Luna, but Ryusa also tells Chelsea to go with Luna, possibly because, like, Sukiya, she is a child. Like, don't forget, Chelsea's only like 12. She might be a geographer, but she's very young. Sukiya might be like 5, 6, 7 years old, but Chelsea's still a child as well. Meanwhile, Yukio uses his super hearing to sense out Stanley Starter's group approaching with the hostages. This could be how he knows how to relay the information to the Kingdom of Science that Kohaku, Hyoga, and Tsukasa were gunned down. It's not confirmed that he says that to them, but because we know that Yukio has really good hearing, he probably could have heard them call out to Senku in their last moments. But yeah, that was pretty good. And because we also know the Medusa weapon. Well, okay, so yeah, at this point, the Medusa weapon is not ready. I think that's what it was. I might be getting ahead. That's why I like to do these videos with you guys so I can speculate. But I'm ahead at this point. I have not gone past this point yet. But then we learned something dark. Not only do the rest of the Kingdom of Science not believe they can make it in time to save Chelsea, they won't. Not only do they believe that they won't make it in time to make the Medusa weapons to save themselves, they specifically chose Chelsea and Luna because they know that they can't make a Medusa weapon in time. They're like, there's not a chance that Joel is going to crack this in time. There's not a chance that Kaseki's going to crack this in time. We're going to die. But at least we can save two people. We can save you, Luna. You're innocent. You were on Zeno's side. You got mixed into this. And Chelsea, you're a child. You got mixed into this too. You guys don't deserve to die. So basically, just like when that one girl tricked the Straw Hats on Skypiea, she was like luring them to like a trap that Anel was going to kill them. She was like, hey, don't go in that. Anel told me if I tell you guys, he's gonna kill my father. And Luffy, Nami, Zoro, Chopper, I think Zoro, basically all the Straw Hats at the time are like, why did you say something then? Like, the Straw Hats are willing to die. I mean, they weren't even upset that she tricked them. She was like, if he's gonna kill your father, if he told you to trick us, or he'll kill your father, you should have just tricked us. Like, I love how the Straw Hats got angry at her about that. And I'm gonna see if I can find that scene because it'll make more sense if you see that context.
Since we know someone's a criminal, we must lead them to Upper Yard. If we don't, then the penalty is death.
You idiot! You're gonna bring his wrath down upon us all! This is outrageous! Somebody stop her!
It's our duty. The duty of every citizen.
That's crazy!
I know. I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner.
Wait a sec. You're saying they forced you to lead us all here? If that's true, then why even tell us at all? Are you nuts? Now your life is in danger!
It's all over. We're too late.
Get away from the girl.
The judgment is coming. What in the world was that thing? It did that?
But that's how our kingdom of science is right now too. They're like, hey, Luna, we don't want you to die. Chelsea, we don't want you to die. But we're not going to tell you that. We're not going to tell you that we're sacrificing ourselves. We're just going to tell you like, hey, get out of here. Go. Be free. The following panel shows the brutality of Stanley Snyder and his retrieval team that he has brought, and they light up the Fort Medusa with relentless gunfire. Like, everybody gets gunned down. It is insane, man. I was really hitting the feels because I've grown to love all of these characters. And the first one to go down is Taiju, the heart of Dr. Stone. Like, Taiju is the heart of our kingdom of science. Man, that really hit me. Ryusei is then gunned down after a heartwarming speech, basically saying that so long as Senku is alive, we're not afraid of dying here because dying doesn't mean death. We have Dr. Stone on our side. We have the weapon. We have the power of the Medusa weapon. We have Medusa weapons. As long as we have the power of Dr. Stone, as long as we have the Medusa weapon, as long as Senku's alive, just because you gun us down doesn't mean we'll die. We'll get repetrified and we'll save ourselves. Again, even though they do believe they're not going to make it in time. But that's just how much faith they have in Senku. And I hope they were right because we lost a lot of people on our side already. Like, Stanley Snyder is relentless. These are kids. These are high schoolers. And Stanley Snyder is just like, I don't give a shit. You stole Zeno. You're our enemy. Zeno declares you our enemies. I'm a military man. I'll do whatever I got to do. It's crazy. These chapters really hit me in the feels. And worse, all the diamonds we worked so hard on to create were all burned up by the flames of gunfire. And I was like, there's only 15 chapters left. All of our hard work just got lit in the flames by Stanley Snyder. All of our people are dying. There's a lot of casualties. I was like, what is going to happen? This is like the battle with Muzan and Demon Slayer all over again. Like, do you remember when I talk about Demon Slayer? Like, go back and watch my Demon Slayer videos if you haven't seen them. But the last 15 chapters, we're in a fight with, like, Muzan trying to hold him out for 6 hours till the sun comes up. And Muzan is basically immortal. He's got, like, 7 hearts, 5 brains, or whatever the fuck that was. And, like, we're constantly trying to kill him. We're trying to slow him down. Man, those 15 chapters of Demon Slayer were crazy. And this is the last 15 chapters of Dr. Stone. And things are just, they cannot get any lower. The stakes are way too high. There's too much at stake. We still haven't even built the goddamn, I almost said airplane, the goddamn spaceship to get to the moon. And we didn't know what the Y-Man's got up there. Man, we didn't know who the Y-Man is. We didn't know why he did all this. We didn't know if we can still save all of humanity. It is crazy. I was like, what can we do? How can we possibly win this? And that's when my boy Chrome steps up. I ain't gonna mention the tier list again until we get to the tier list, but you already know what I think about Chrome. He is bad, bro. He is so bad. I don't even know what he's gonna do yet at this point, but I was like, I know it's gonna be epic. When Chrome comes up with a plan, you know it's gonna work out. Well, to be specific, it's actually Joel. He's cracked the power of the Medusa weapon. He's not only figured out how it works, but he knows how to replicate it. This was mind-blowing. 190 chapters. We finally found the weapon that petrified all of humanity. It was a pyramid of Medusa weapons. We got our hands on limitless Medusa weapons. I mean, at one point in the Kingdom of Petrification, we saw what the weapon was that petrified all of humanity. We didn't know how it works. We still don't know how it works. But Joel, after 190 chapters, has replicated it. We now have the power of the Medusa weapon. We have the power of Dr. Stone in our hands. I want to quote Dr. Octavius from Spider-Man 2, the power of the sun in the palm of my hands.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
We have the power of the Medusa weapon in the palm of our hands. I was like, oh man, this is incredible. We finally reached the same level as the Y-Man. That's when we learned that Joel had hacked Dr. Brody's transmitter using his watch and got the message from Francios. They split into 2 teams. So Joel was aware of what's going on the entire time. Francios had been sending him messages like through Morse code through his watch. So he knows that, like, Stanley Snyder is attacking our Fort Medusa. He knows that Francios, Sukiya, Matsukaze, I keep forgetting his name, and Genro were captured. He knows that Tsukasa, Hyoga, and Kaihaku are down, but he's not afraid. He's not doubting because he also believes in Senku. It was from this message he understood from Kaseki that they somehow know, even though Joel is from our time. Like, Joel and Kaseki also have this like understanding, even though they're from two different time periods. He understood that the diamond could be split into two halves. Like, that was a major thing that he had learned from Kaseki. That was the thing we saw Kaseki learn, but he didn't say anything. Like a previous video, I said Kaseki learned something, but we didn't get to know what it was. That information he transferred to Joel. And I also love this panel of Kaseki crying with tears of joy, knowing that his hard work paid off. We know Kaseki's backstory. I love it. It was short. We learned that very early when Kaseki joined our team, and all he wanted was a high five. We fucking love Kaseki here. We love all the characters in Dr. Stone, but we definitely love Kaseki as well. Unfortunately, however, and this is where I got ahead of my notes from earlier, is that Dr. Brody found out about this and snatched the Medusa weapon from Joel. So now Dr. Brody knows that we have the Medusa weapon. He knows how it works. He knows that we have the power to replicate it, and now he's got his hands on it. So Corn City is about to be a battlefield, as well as Fort Medusa. But at the same time, our cola-loving mentalist has figured out the reason why Stanley Snyder is acting so desperately. So this is where Gen learns this information, who is back at, I think Gen is still in... No, I think Gen's with us. I believe Gen's with our Kingdom of Science. So Gen's the one that relays this information to Senku and others. Gen figures that Stanley Snyder must be acting desperately because Tsukasa, Hyoga, and Kohaku must have destroyed their transmitter. Gen also believes that if they did that, they definitely got gunned down. They would have taken a great risk to get their hands on that. So those three, they wouldn't have died. He doesn't want to let their death be in vain. Like, now that we have the Medusa weapon, all they do is petrify everybody. Petrify as much distance as we can, about the size of an island, or even half of that, because we know it'll do that, because the Kingdom of Petrification, we were able to petrify an island before it ran out of juice. If we can even do that, we can still reach Kawaku, Hyoga, and maybe Tsukasa before they die and still save them. I love how clever both of our sides are as they begin relaying messages to the other side. In the end, I remember we just learned, and we just learned that Joel can hear this all through Morse code with his watch. And he sends a message to Senku sends a message to Joel through his watch using Morse code. And whatever that message was, we didn't get to hear it, but we know one thing: it's the time for playing nice is over. Our Kingdom of Science back in Corn City was told by Senku to attack. Get your hands on that Medusa weapon at all costs. Do not let Dr. Brody get away with it. And despite our enemies have guns and weapons, and all we got is sticks, pitchforks and spears, it's an all-out war waiting to happen, and whoever is standing left is going to be the victor. In Fort Medusa, either Stanley Snyder is going to kill all of our Kingdom of Science and take out Senku and the others, because he's already started gunning us down, or somehow we'll use that Medusa weapon some way to replicate it here. Well, obviously we have a bunch of Medusa weapons, so yeah, all we need is Joel to tell us how he got it to work, and all we do is activate that here, and everybody here is going to be petrified. Meanwhile, in Corn City, they now have to fight against Dr. Brody and all their people with guns and get their hands back on that Medusa weapon and petrify themselves until we can get them back and save everybody. Because Senku said in the previous chapter, this will be the last time we probably see each other for a very long time until this whole war is over. So I was like, oh God, this is crazy. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We are 15 chapters away from the ending of Dr. Stone, and I'm telling you, we're going to do 3 videos. I'm planning it out right now. We're going to read up to the point where we head to the moon, and we're about to meet the Y-Man. Then we're going to find out why the Y-Man did this all the way to the end, and then we're going to do our tier list. So that's how I plan on doing these last 3 videos. So it's going to be Dr. Stone focused from here on out until the very end. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride with me. I can't wait to find out what's going on. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, this video was sponsored by me, the author of the Shinry series, the Chronicles of Wayne, and Monsterverse. So I figured I'd do this outro a little bit different by showing you guys what you guys will be checking out. So, the Shinry series starts with Book 1, Shobu Samurai Project Aryoku. 10 years after the death of his parents, Shobu Samurai returns home, seeking vengeance, but instead faces a choice to save his home from shadow creatures, blood beasts, and an organization once thought dead. Shinry's Shobu Samurai starts at $9.99. And if you love anime, manga, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fairy Tail, Shaman King, Rave Master, Zatch Bell, anything like that, the Shinry series is definitely the series for you. You'll definitely want to check it out. The Sword of Light is probably the thickest one so far. And then these books are 2. This is Enter the Dread Zone Tournament and the series original ending, Arado, the Legendary Conjuring Master. So, and I'll just show you guys some of the covers. Really proud of all of these. But I hope you guys check it out. If you don't like that, I also have the current published books for the Chronicles of Wayne: Love Be Damned, Cotton Candy, Full Moons, Fabled Lovers, A Cursed Virgin's Bite. If You Go Where Monsters Dance, Red Will Rain Over Your House. Love Be Damned. Now, the Chronicles of Wayne is about a geeky guy, or a nerdy guy in high school. His senior year, he has a crush on the hottest guy in school, because of course he does. He's only got one best friend, and her name is Barb. Well, the hottest guy in school turns out to be a werewolf. And to make the story more interesting, he bites Wayne and turns Wayne into the first ever wolfman in the last 10 years. And because of that, it was also a sacred law that wolfmen should never be created. I don't want to get into too much of the Chronicles of Wayne without spoiling it, but I can tell you it's very short. This one sells for $6.99, and Love Be Caged right after it. The ending of this trilogy, Love Be Liberated, comes out in October. So I'm going to definitely do a more full in-depth review of this one. But yeah, it's an LGBT fantasy fiction story about werewolves, vampires, white witches, a dark warlock, and, well, many, many more surprises to come. So if you guys like to read, I definitely recommend. These are all the books so far in the Shinry series, except for Shinry's Beginning. I do have that one, but it's just not here with me. But yeah, I appreciate a like, support, or just a review on Amazon. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.